The playoffs continue, and in Pro D2 we are down to the final four. And after a week off watching the barrage, enter Van, the table-topping boys of Brittany, with a mission to bounce straight back to the big time. Standing in their way, the men from the mountains, Oyonnax, who saw off Valence, and look like they might just have the muscle to spring an upset in this one tonight. This is big. The first semi-final in the Pro D2 playoffs. Van against Oyonnax, live from the Stade de la Rabine. Second semi-final tomorrow night. Make sure you join us for that as well. Colomiers, second in the table, host Provence. The final on the 6th of June. And then, get this, exciting news. FR UK, we will be bringing you the top 14 final live. And bonsoir, mes amis. Welcome to the semi-finals. Tonight, we'll end the hopes of one team that's still in the hunt, one of the four, and one will keep their top 14 dream alive. And just to recap that in case you missed it, because I understand you might have done a bit of a double take and gone, what? Yeah, like you heard. You absolutely heard. The top 14 final will be live here on FR UK at the end of June. And we will also be live on Premier Sport, which is the home of rugby, home of the top 14, as well as Champions Cup and URC as well. So we're buzzing about that, aren't we, Joe Worsley?
We're so excited. How much are we charging for everybody to come and watch the final of the top 14? What was the price we decided
That's
on?
a good question. What did we decide on in the end? Oh, yeah, that's right. Free.
No,
Nada.
not again. Not more free rugby.
I know.
But perhaps the best club competition in the world, perhaps, for certain.
Not even perhaps. Not even perhaps.
It is certain now. The last weekend's action put the final nails in that coffin of any argument against it. But for free of charge, the top 14 final, mate, that's going to be epic. I can't wait.
Absolutely amazing. Very much excited about that. But obviously one team will be just focused. Well, the four teams remaining in Pro D2 are all focused on just reaching the top 14. And we've got an absolute belter this evening. I can imagine this atmosphere. We still haven't been to Van, Joe. What are we playing at?
I don't know what we're doing, dude, but the boys of Brittany would welcome us with open arms. I love your expressions. The boys of Brittany versus the men from the mountains. This game is going to be epic. I'm not sure a team has taken a full-strength side to Van in the last 4 months. So I think this time, obviously, we're going to see a loaded team go in there with hopes of winning.
Well, we'll be at the Stade de la Rabine shortly. But if you appreciate the fact that there is free-to-air rugby on your phone, your tablet, or on your telly, whatever it is, on FR UK, that's got to be worth a little thumbs up, hasn't it, on the stream, to help the algorithm gods, help spread the word, as you can see. Oh, the pipers. Dougie, Super Dougie, get those pipers. Come on. Can we hear that? Can we hear what's going on?
Can you make the noises now, Tim?
I'm not going to recreate pipes. We'll get there.
He looks older every game.
Phoenix Batty. He looks so French for a guy that's an Aussie as well.
Yeah, he does, doesn't he? To me, he looks Irish as well, though. I'm sorry. Some Irish descent in there for him, for sure. He reminds me of that Munster second row. Can't remember his name off the top of my head.
Donnacha O'Callaghan.
Maybe a bit Donnacha.
No, Donnacha Ryan.
Donnacha Ryan, yes.
Oh,
Donnacha
there we go.
I
apologise. Apologise for the sound only just joining us now, but it's here in time, and here we go as the players step out onto the Stade de la Rabine in the northwest of France. Not a rugby hotbed, but it is becoming one with every year that goes by. These guys are the pride of Brittany.
It's incredible, isn't it, the growth of this club, this rugby club. It's getting so popular. It's been well managed as well. They predicted a relegation. They prepared their finances, and they were getting ready for this kind of yo-yoing back up to the day they can secure their place in the top 14, grow their budget slowly, and become a club that can really contest long-term in the top 14. It's a club with a plan, and their plan's working. They've been ominously good. They won the Pro D2 by so many points this year. But now we're going to see them playing at home against a fully loaded Oyonnax, who have been on fire in the last 10 games.
Dougie is across the chat as well, so we're trying some new software and stuff, which is why you can see me and Joe. So if you appreciate that, then just help Dougie out with little feedback on the sound. We'll get it sorted, but here we go. The semi-finals are underway in Pro D2. And as Joe Worsley mentioned, Oyonnax bringing a loaded team, which not many sides in this league have done. They've basically accepted defeat before they even arrived. But Oyonnax coming with a win in mind. Although, Joe, bad news, Ram Man is not available this evening.
They're down to their third, fourth choice kickers.
Yeah, Vano Karkadze. So that's definitely one to watch. But the other position to watch is at scrum half. The two Ruru brothers going head to head. And it's Jonathan who's setting the play initially as Van make their first exit. And it's a very good kick over his shoulder.
Yeah, that sums up that Van ability to deal with pressure. That was a really good kick from Oyonnax. Good attack on the front foot. Space in the backfield, nothing in the front line, so they kick it into the backfield. Rolls up behind Boutier. But then you see the calm of an ex-international. Kicking over his shoulder like that to get to the opposition half is phenomenal. Most fullbacks would be punting it out 10 metres away from where they got it. Him, no. Now they're in the opposition half. Turn this over and it swings in their favour. Momentum goes to them.
First line up, and so the first one for the young hooker Ratachak is clean. Again, Jonathan Ruru is going to the skies, so it's a pretty measured, low risk start from Oyonnax, but territory is going to be massive in this one.
Yeah, huge. Oyonnax had a really short ruck there and nearly got charged down.
And there we go. The first time to have a look at the other Ruru, Michael, who's had an incredible season. He might be the best player in Pro D2 this year, you know. In a pretty stacked field, it has to be said. As one of the new faces this evening, Justin Burrow, claims the high ball. And Mako Vunapolo goes to work. In defence, there he is, getting back to his feet. He always looks exhausted after 1
After
minute
2
of playing.
minutes, 23 seconds.
Yeah.
Oh, what a take.
Above his head. It's a fascinating battle. Two big physical nines. They must have been messaging each other this week. They must have been chatting on the phone probably earlier today. What do you think, Joe?
Yeah, if your brother, you'd be taking some sort of, bringing out some sort of psychological battle with him for sure.
Gavin Stark has to tidy up. It was a big shot, a heavy hit from Van.
Yes, this is getting into a kick battle early in the game. Execution of kicks has been good. Chasing's been good. Very close to one charge down. Who's going to break first? Who's going to mess up? Very, very tense start.
So as we miss the team sheets, I'll just run you through some of the key men. You'll get a feel for them as you go, but there's international talent on both teams. Mako Vivas, the Argentine, is loose head prop for Oyonnax. Uzair Kassiem, 8 caps for the box at number 8. One of our favourite players in Pro D2, Kevin Le Breton, watch out for him, the number 6 for Oyonnax. He was just about to tidy up the ball after it was spilled, but we're going to see a scrum.
That's your first mistake. He's lucky he did not knee that chaser in the head there. If you look, he kind of panics, takes his eye off the ball as he's about to be hit. Let's go back to that director, because that was almost a bad accident. I think the fullback's just trying to hold his knee out there. That was earlier on. He'd been hit so many times. I think it finally got to him mentally. That last one, he completely dropped the ball, was looking at the guy about to smash him. So maybe they're already inside the head of the 15. So we had about 3 minutes of box kicking that. Real tense start. I mean, Van are all about that, all about pressure, not giving the opposition any options, not exposing themselves to turnovers, not giving opposition easy entries into their half and into their 22. Oyonnax started the season in that fashion. They did it poorly. And then they flipped and started trying to attack with more speed. And that's why the last 10 games they scored a load of points and they've been far more of attacking quality. And they're going to need to bring that out today. Because I think going toe-to-toe with Van and what we just saw, there's going to be one winner, and that's going to be Van.
You can see Marco Vernapola on the far side, but on this near side, it's two Argentine internationals head-to-head. Santiago Medrano in the blue of Van against Mako Vivas.
Yeah, and Cherry's back on the bench.
Yeah, Dave Cherry, yeah, you're right.
Could be a big deal, especially for the final. And there again, Mr. Morphology is the scrum coach, Debati, ex-France international.
Flexion.
Imagine playing against your brother. Do you reckon they chat to each other or not?
Well, I mean, they're nines.
Now?
Of course they do. They'll be chops into each other, I'm sure. Penalty advantage. And it was Medrano that got the better of Vivas on this near side. Oh no, maybe the penalty was against...
Yeah, I think it was against the three. Valtoa, yeah. So Mako, obviously not... Scrumming, he was always regarded as the weaker side of his game, a fantastic player around the pitch. Very, very intelligent. But there he got the upper hand.
Yeah. Mako Vernapola, of course, has a maximum of 3 games left. He'll hope it's not 3 or 1, because the third game would be if they lost the final. Only 1 game would be if they go out tonight. But he's off to Leicester after 2 happy years in Van. Look at the city walls in the background forming part of the stadium. It is a place I really, really want to visit. And the Pack have done this all season.
Oh, he's stolen that.
Oh,
looks sus.
Syriac
Still looks
Guili.
sus.
Yeah, it did, didn't it? He came from nowhere.
He came through all right, I think. He came through the heart of it. But as he's hitting it, looked like he's already on the deck when he stole it. But hey, referee's eyes are right on. Big moment, that. Big turnover.
Tap back. Ooh, Michael Ruru. Thought he was in.
That could have gone anywhere. A poor kick from Jonathan Ruru. Should we come up with names? Just call him Jonathan and Michael, because
Yeah.
I'm going to get Ruru confused
Yeah.
if this carries on.
Well, Michael, he's been so good. 14 tries this season, which is a career... He's at the age of 35, it's a career high. He's loving life.
How old's Jonathan? He's younger, right?
He's 2 years younger.
Flexion. Lié.
Well, the action was on the far side last time.
Arrêt du temps.
Ref's going to have a word it. He's not happy. Everyone moving around, no one settling.
Si vous n'arrivez pas à trouver de solution à votre jeu de tête, peut-être que je vais en trouver, ça va pas vous faire plaisir.
So he's talking to them.
Vous y mettez, vous laissez de l'espace et vous
You're messing around with your heads, you're not getting stable. Find a solution, or we're going to start to penalise people.
Sébastien, reprise à flexion.
Look at those buildings in the background. Right. Oh, it's... What a place.
French theme park going on in the background there.
Yeah.
Flexion. Lié.
Maxime Lafarge
Jeu.
among the backs that will be waiting if they can get a turnover ball, and the pressure's on again, but pushed early this time. Mako Vernapola won the penalty last time. Grin up and away.
Yeah, Mako getting done this time. Looks like the ref is flick-flacking. He's not 100% sure whose forward it is, but he understands the game's got to get going.
Timing est bon, en avant bleu.
Big win. This is where you want him playing quickly, but again, going to the air.
Avantage terminé.
A very, very knockout, tense start to this game.
Non, avantage terminé.
Oh, it's Ben Magal managed to get fingertips to Jay Rue's kick. Off the top, Zach Holmes feeds one of those big men. They've got a couple of physical centres. Was that a knock-on? Yeah.
Yeah, there's a knock-on early doors. Again, Oyonnax really have to... They haven't strung together any kind of... It's 10 minutes in. I can't remember them putting together a couple of phases in attack.
Talon à gauche de la marque, s'il vous plaît.
Yeah, Danny Tuala
who is a fantastic player.
just got caught in two minds there, it looked like.
Yeah, him and Zach were not at all in symbiosis. They weren't at all together there. The timing was way off.
Well, I mean, I wonder if part of that is the fact that Zach Holmes hasn't really started a lot this season. He's been on the bench for the majority of the season until basically the last month when he started starting games for Oyonnax.
Yeah, maybe. And Danny Tuala hasn't really played much until recently also. But
No, he's been injured a
so
lot.
maybe they haven't got the kind of cohesion that guys have played together all season.
Sione Kalamafoni, and it's gone round the back.
Ooh.
Dummy and lift. It's Paul Serrano with that first break down the right-hand side as they come back to the left, trying to keep the speed of the ball. And it was Gorisson that kept it going. Another error.
You see in there, Van, good launch play. Maybe Boutier could have passed that before, but got it away after. Get deep into the 22 again. They've had so much more territory than Oyonnax. And then the forwards accelerate the play in that typical French style we see. Yep, Van are quite conservative. Yeah, they can be quite clunky. But here we saw a launch play. Well, Danny Tuala got caught. Held for too long, couldn't get off. And then the forwards are playing as fast as they could, picking and going. If they got fast ball there, they would have been really quids in, I'm sure of it. One poor pass though, drop, knock on. Oyonnax get another opportunity to get out.
I'm on that side.
Does this bring back
Marquez là, messieurs. Bien à gauche.
those haunting memories of last year, Joe?
Yeah, I've had to take a few sedatives before we came on tonight to get myself ready for it. I still can't believe I lost that game. Montauban, my God. God, they played well that day, but yeah, we really got caught in the headlights. Poor prep, poor performance. We were actually going all right, I think, after 10 minutes, but then a few dodgy scores, and then heads went. And it was a long day after that. See, Maxime Lafarge has really gone for a perm or something.
Yeah.
It's radically changed. I almost thought it was another player. Or a bit of back chat there. Was that Emru giving some chat there? Or J-Ru? No, J-Ru's... Is that what we're going with, Tim? Emru and J-Ru?
J-Ru, Johnny from the block. Yeah.
I'm not sure about that, Barnett, to be fair. But hey, at least he's got hair. I'm not qualified to talk about that anymore. I love
That's one thing I love about this stadium. Many French stadiums, noisy as you like, and I think this is more intimidating. Pure silence.
Definitely more intimidating.
Maxime Lafarge breaks the deadlock. 11 minutes in, it's 3-0 to Van. And I love the quality of chat that you get here on FR UK. For example, thank you, Andrew. I like that Vunapola's shorts are a proper length. Yeah, what size shorts do you reckon Mako's got? Like 40 inches? XXL defo.
Yeah, wing carrying, will they kick? Happy to kick with the wing in the scrum, in the ruck, sorry. Ball's going to have to stay on the pitch.
Claimed, and another big shot.
Just a great quality kick, a big shot, slow ball now on the 50-metre line. Line set.
Counter ruck options there. Kevin Le Breton, one of the try scorers last week. I think it might have been spilled on the deck. Assistant referees let it go.
I think the Gratter, the ball stealer, Jackler, got his hands on that. Again, very close to creating a turnover opportunity. That's due to the high-quality kick, high-quality chase. Despite not having a winger in the chase line, they still chase, smash them. Gives Oyonnax no chance of playing.
Better kick. That's just outside the 22. Perfectly weighted. Boutier does well to escape the first couple of shots.
Yeah, but you see the big difference there. Boutier did get a little half break there. They could have played fast ball there and gone for it, but they're such a regulated team that they don't want to take any risks, and they won't play in those kind of areas despite having a ball like they just had. Many teams would go there. Bordeaux for sure would go there. But like I say, Van, it's working for them. They've dominated this league, playing a very secure game plan.
And it was that relatively pragmatic game plan built around home form that got them. Well, they did really well in their first stint in the top 14, didn't they?
Yeah, I think they got even more conservative as the year went on and appreciated that with the skill level they had to play that way. It's about growing slowly. Sometimes it takes time. You've got to build your way towards a team that can hold on to the ball. Where's this kick going?
Oh, hello. Oh, it's going to stay in. Oh, it's going to. Oh, wow. Nudge.
Is that Boutier again? Wow.
It was.
I don't remember him kicking that well for France. That could be a try-scoring kick. Where did he get it?
22 to 22.
Incredible. What a nudge. I think you know it's a good one. The guy who kicked it is looking at it like that.
Yeah. Wow. Francisco Gorison is looking on. He's the last to arrive in the line out. Oh, they don't. They fake them all. Hit the short runner.
He's lost it again. Have a go,
Danny Tuala. Will he have a pop? How many let-offs can Van give Oyonnax? Is that another one where a hand
Did he get touched
to a box kick? Oh, I can feel the nerves.
That is the third. We had the ball turnover. We had the turnover where they tried to play too quickly, a little knock on. Again, deep into the opposition 22. Another poor turnover from Van.
Short ball again. This time, Pierre Boudehon manages to hold on. And his centre partner takes it inside the 10 metres, the youngster, Robin Takola. Spilled clear. Le Breton making a menace of himself. Ruru holding the ball up, pulling it back. It's Paul Serrano. The lift inside to nobody again. Mako Vunipola. Is he exposed? Ball dribbles out, eventually back in the hands of Boudehon. There's a scuffle
get the bell
on.
Where's the bell?
Bit of bagarre off the ball. Crowd are loving it. Or hating it, I'm not sure. The game goes on. Sione Kalamafoni. Oh, it was the two number 5s that were in a scuffle. I'm sure we'll see that again. There's a penalty advantage waiting. Can Van capitalise even more, though? That looked like a good turnover for a second. He'd taken off his feet. It's not there. And they go to width with the advantage. Gavin Stark manages to cover. 1 metre short. The crowd trying to will the ball into across the white line. They're inches. Held up.
Oh, 4th entry. This time they hold on to it just. That ball, Jackalow, I think he'd wrapped the squeeze ball had happened, he'd wrapped his arms around the stomach, blocked the ball. I have a feeling that could have been a penalty, but they got away with it. Van, this time, can have a look at the fight.
Show us the bagarre, come on.
We're going to see Van in possession again, I think.
This is why we watch Pro Dada, come on.
What do you reckon started it, Tim?
It'll be an innocent push that just turned into a retaliation, and someone else got involved, and then before you know it, there's a wrestle on the floor.
La dernière, c'est à 8 mètres ici, le numéro 6 au sol qui plaque. Derrière, il y a un accrochage entre vous, messieurs. Je veux de la discipline. S'il y a 17 minutes de jeu, vous êtes pas en contrôle, il faut contrôler. J'ai 4 bleus et 5 blancs, juste en contrôle.
Bad play going on. You're tackling someone on the floor, then later, the next thing that happens, you're coming and pushing somebody else. Yeah.
Look at the size of that forearm guard on Gorison as well.
It's like a Henry Tuolangi-esque sized plastic reinforced arm guard.
C'est ici. Ballon, s'il vous plaît. Non, pas encore.
Oh look, we're going to see them go for the quick tap. It's not really very quick, but playing the tap option. What do you reckon is going to happen, Tim?
I thought the front row was set up like they were in a wall. You know, the old wall moves that people used to do.
No, I think we're going to see a carry to fast ball or a...
Yeah, and they look like they've got a move. I'm going to say Sione Calamafoni's going to get... There you go, he's got the ball. Pop inside. Over the line, held up again.
Whoa,
wow.
What a tackle. Who was that? Rolled him
I think
over.
it was Batty again.
Numéro 12, sorti.
Inside ball, he hits the deck. As he's rolling.
Just turtles him.
Yeah, I don't think he should have rolled that. He should have got his leg out and stopped himself from going.
Oh, Danny Tuala.
Oh, that does not look good.
That does not look good. That's a blow. Francois Joly enters the fray.
Reprise.
How much more of this pressure can Oyonnax soak up as Ben Magal returns the goal line dropout? And Van go down to the blind side. Spilled. And Batty the man again. With his hands on the ball. We haven't really seen who's there, Kassiem yet. Oyonnax just haven't kept the ball. And the counter ruck is putting Ruru under pressure, but Gavin Stark tries the break. The hooker, Ratajak. Vaotoa, the big man, met on the gain line with force. So again, with no momentum to the skies. Precious little territory and just slightly overcooked.
Yeah, you're just seeing. I think this game, if it carries on like this, Van will go well ahead. We've had 4 or 5 errors in the 22. They could be 20-0 up right now. Oyonnax are trying to go toe-to-toe with the pressure game, and it's just not going to work. They're not as capable of using the kicking game. Their kicking quality is not as consistent as Van. The chase is not as consistent as Van. They need to start to accelerate the plate. Again, they're not even winning collisions.
It is still 3-0 on the scoreboard. Simon Augry into the 5-metre channel. Calamafoni. There's another penalty advantage in discipline. Hurting Oyo. And the pipes. The pipes are firing up. The crowd have been going. The city walls are just in the shot. I was just reading Philippe in the comments saying that this stadium is 2 minutes from the heart of the city. All the bars and restaurants as well. It's on our list, Joe. We have to go. But are they going to be in this competition still this time next week?
Yeah, they've been really guilty of a huge number of turnovers and attack close to the 22. Really, really close. But Oyonnax, this is the kind of thing that happened to us in that Montauban-Brie game last year. We were kind of like in this sort of position, dominating territory and possession, not finishing off, not playing that well, and then a couple of tries scored by the opposition through a kick getting slapped back and some very clever play from Bosviel led to us losing our heads. Difficult times.
Maybe straight up.
I like his hip thrust. Warm up.
6-0 to Van.
Water break.
Water break.
That's French for water break.
That's French for water break. There you go. Every day's a school day. Well, this is a perfect opportunity. If you missed the very start of the show this evening, you may have missed the very, very exciting news that we've got.
I still can't believe. I still can't believe it. Tim, can you believe it?
Well, the news, I was just waiting for Super Dougie. There you go. Just wanted to say that the top 14 final is going to be free to air here on FR UK.
Oh my God.
We are buzzing.
It's amazing.
As well as going out on Premier Sport, of course, where you can get every single top 14 game as well as Champions Cup and URC as well. But
yeah, so that's the 27th, am I right?
27th of June. It'll be, it's like nighttime kickoff in Paris.
It's 9 o'clock.
9 p.m.
8
local
o'clock
time,
our time.
8 p.m. UK.
Who's it going to be between?
I would love it to be those two French giants again. But maybe Montpellier could be the story.
Yeah, Montpellier, honestly, this year has been amazing. Anyone watching in that Challenge Cup? No, I think they scored 50, 40 and 45 points in the quarters semi-final. It's ridiculous. And they're not an out-and-out attacking team. They're a team who have built for the last couple of years an amazing pressure game. And now, this year, they've developed an attacking side which allows them to score a shed load of points. For me, with the way they can shut you down, I think they're the team that can beat Toulouse.
Let's talk more about that at half-time.
Water break is over.
Yeah, water break is over. Let's talk more about that at half-time. But the top 14 final, there we go, kicking it on again.
For free.
For free, right here.
Wow.
Very cool. That's got to be worth a little thumbs up on the video, a little subscribe to the channel, a little message to your mates, and just making sure you clear your schedule on the 27th of June as Zach Holmes restarts. A quarter of the game gone. And the big man, Sione Kalamafoni, the oldest man on the field at the age of 38.
38.
I know.
How is he still playing pro rugby?
And the way he plays as well, Joe.
Yeah,
it's 38, and his job is just to ball carry into brick walls.
And he looks younger than Mako by 10 years.
Yeah, the oldest looking on the pitch is not even a debate. Probably he's had the highest ceiling of any player on the pitch as well, Mako Vunipola.
How many caps did he have?
Oh, I can't. I should have that information to hand immediately, Joe.
My gut feeling is 74.
Yeah, I think I was going to say he's in the 70s. But a World Cup final.
Couple of Lions tours.
Couple of Lions tours. Zach Holmes, the man who just kicked it into the 22 for some much-needed territory for Oyo. He's got a pretty amazing CV as well. Bordeaux, Toulouse and La Rochelle.
Yeah, he's been in France a long, long time. As you can tell from the moustache he's grown.
Ratachak goes short. We saw the power game come through from Oyo last year. They've got a penalty advantage, so will they let themselves off the leash?
Yeah, imagine they score here, go ahead. Then there's something happens and gives them another try. Then you get that brief situation we have.
Gorisson's got hands on.
To go. That's where you need leaders to step up. But hey, we're a long way. Still on 0 points. This is going to get them again to the 5-metre line with a maul opportunity. Or they're going to go for the 3.
Very interesting that. Oh, I was just going to say, I don't think it's the coach making the decision. It was Phoenix Batty on the field making the call to go for the corner.
Yeah, I think you've got to trust your team on the pitch to make these decisions. You've got 2 old heads, especially someone like Zach, and you've got Batty in that team. They're going to make the right call. There's nothing worse than holding your hand to say 3 points as well. You look like a bit of a tit when it goes the other way.
No contest from Van there, just heads in the spokes. And it's working at this moment in time. And no Vano Karkadze at the back. Ruru, there's a straight through a hole, and it's Karim Kadiri with another try.
Now,
The sea parted and Karim Kadiri gets try number 16 in an incredible season he's having.
he's such a good runner with the ball, but it was not his finishing that made that try. It was Ruru taking on the line, and there was an amazing line from someone that dragged the defence. You'll see someone running off Ruru's shoulder, holds the defender there, and it's Lafarge, not Lafarge, they put the outside centre in. What's his name again? I can't remember off the top of my head.
The outside centre is Takola, the young lad.
Yeah, he gets dragged way too far in. Comes right out of his zone, because maybe he's not used to defending those kind of plays close to the ruck, close to the maul. But hey, this could be that scenario. Going to go ahead now. If something happens where someone does something mental and they go another score ahead, this is where you want to see the character of that Van team coming through. Yeah, real bad defensive read. Really bad. They're trying to move Lafarge because defensively he's really weak.
Yeah, both centres ended up on the same man. Game on. Oh, that's...
Great. Did he control that and then win it? Amazing.
Wow.
Killed it with his right foot, then dropped on it.
What's the nearest League One French football team to Oyo?
I think Rennes not very far.
Rennes.
Lorient's even nearer, I think. There's a couple up there.
Sign him up. The first bit of territory. We've had all those entries from Van. And the one sucker punch from Oyo.
Good hunting there.
Boutier with another kick. Sneak, looking for another 50-22. Well covered, and that's been hit back with interest. But there's plenty of men back there. Kicks are doing well to find grass at the minute. Zach Holmes.
Yeah, keeping it on the pitch. Getting into the ping pong.
Yeah, there's opportunity there, perhaps. Defence is keeping it shape.
There'll be space now somewhere. That was a poor kick from Van. Can Oyonnax accelerate the play now?
Cassiem.
Not when they're getting knock-ons like that.
Cassiem smashed by Gorisson.
50-22.
And that's another absolute belter.
Wow. Ruru just nailed that top spin over the top, turnover, space in the backfield. That is such sharp thinking, and the execution of his kick. He deliberately would have hit the top side of the ball to make that accelerate as it hit. You see it here, how he drops the ball, he kicks the top side of the ball, leading to severe topspin, which drags it out into touch. That is skill.
Two of the best 50-22s you'll see in this first half already.
Amazing. If he doesn't put that topspin off, it can bounce either direction. That topspin always gives you that kind of kick on that you saw there. Amazing play.
Oh, Calamafoni breaks off.
Oh, he got
Try
over.
time. Van hit straight back. Teo Beziat was waiting in the blindside channel. Oyo, were they a little bit asleep? Sione Calamafoni caught them napping, and the home fans have something to cheer.
Yeah, I think they've been committing hard to the very dangerous Van ball. So at some point, they had that play in their pocket where they break off and attack the weak defenders on the short side. That Kassim, that was a pizza or a throw. That Kassim turnover leading to that.
Poor Zach Holmes waiting for him as well.
You see where they hide the weak tackler to keep him out of the line. Harder to attack there, but the forward dived into the maul who could have protected him. Zach Holmes ain't going to be beating a hooker running over him. How many hip thrusts before he kicks? Ooh, not great.
It was working for him, but 11-7. Half an hour in. The first of two Pro Dida semi-finals. The second tomorrow night, Colomiers against Provence, who battered Brive in the end last week. Provence, so they'll be going there full of confidence.
It's a team who's been on the rise for the last 3 months. That game is going to be hard to call. We were all over Van. Oyonnax have held in there. if they can somehow get ahead again, let's see if they can test Van, but really Van, number of entries and how they played this first half. I can't see anything other than a Van win.
Batty has been just doing a lot of dog in those tight areas.
He's a battler.
He really is. And order restored. The kick chase is oppressive.
Oh.
Kadiri just hands the ball to his opposite number. And now Zach Holmes in his own 22 under all kinds of pressure. The counter-ruck opportunity is there. Van are just a swarm. Don't give you a second's break. But it goes from Ruru again. Well taken.
Yeah, did well to stay on the pitch there. A bit narrow here.
No.
Yeah, trying to get the defence to fold in a little bit.
No interest though for Van. Look at
none
how
at all.
safe they are.
None at all. Two loose heads getting to know each other.
Le placard est tenu, il peut pas sortir. Vous avez un ballon long.
Mako and Mako. Nudge over the top. Oh, it could be on. Budahon. Pierre Budahon is going to the house. Was it Robin Takola, his centre partner?
That is on such slow ball. They're going to be disappointed with that. Should have had everyone on their feet. 9 ready probably in that second line to look out for kicks like that.
He's
Fullback
absolutely
ready.
delighted though.
But I think that it was a really poor pass to Lafarge as well from Ruru. It took Lafarge an age to get the ball in the right position, but I think it actually dragged the defensive line up further, and the 13 had not read it anywhere near quickly enough. And the kick was high quality and the timing exquisite.
Can you spot Joe Worsley as a defence coach? He's just going straight away into work mode. So who didn't do what?
Those kind of kicks, it's only really the 13 who can read it, and if it's kicked across like that. Sometimes the 15 if he's in a certain position. And you can have a 9 in the backfield. I think the 9 probably would have been too far away from that one. Dink it in behind the centres. And it's the outside centre position where maybe the man can make a read on it. He'll see everyone coming up flat. He'll see they're not trying to play wide. He'll hold off his line speed and then
well, after a
prepare for the kick.
cagey first 20 minutes with just 2 penalties, bang, 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 3 tries.
Yeah, it's opened up. Look, mistakes have been the source of many of them. So that oppressive, suffocating kicking game of Vans is one of the reasons they've had these opportunities. It's the reason for most of their opportunities they've had of getting into the 22. Some nice finishing. Some amazing kicking, though, has been the main reason. Amazing kicking, amazing chasing. That's Van's X factor. It's such a big part of the game.
And look how the timing, the length of the kit, the shots that are coming in, the counter rucks, but a little bit too zealous. Jonathan Ruru's trying to speed it up for Oyo.
Player on the wrong side. So the tackler was probably actually all right, but anytime there's a tackler anywhere near the wrong side, anywhere near slowing down the opposition's support players who are coming in to win that ruck, bam, penalty. It's the way it's got to be now. If they can get a nice kick in here, come on, Oyo. Let's keep this game open. They've been dominating this first half. If they can go in 4 points down, that would be incredible. And their Van's oppressive, suffocating game plan is based on their ability not to give away simple penalties. And we saw from the kick chase that one player became a bit overzealous and ended up giving away a penalty. Second bad decision around ruck time. This is the flip side of playing that suffocating game plan. If you start to go too hard at the breakdown, the ref gets on your wrong side, you can take penalty after penalty.
Ooh. Not taking care of your own ball. They was under massive pressure at line-out, to be fair. 2 men went up. And the pressure valve released for Van.
Yeah, you see Van mix it up as well, aren't they? They put everyone on the deck on one time. That time they had two blocks going up. They're playing around with their... Oh, jeez.
Oh, Kadiri. Thought we could have taken that on the full. Left it to Justin Burrow to get melted. And Kadiri, if he didn't take it on the full, then his next job, clean that breakdown out. Quick, smart. But it was his opposite number, Serrano, who was there first.
I mean, he's such a good ball carrier. He scores try, beats defenders for fun. I'm assuming other parts of his game are not strong enough. Otherwise, he looks like a top 14 player when he carries. But other aspects of his game must be a bit below par.
Massive pressure. And the Oyo lift.
And to be fair, his back row colleague had a shocker there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good low leg tackle. And the tackler often ends up blocking support players. The Servant tripped up over and pushed Kadiri away. He was really slow over the ball.
They shaped and dummied them all last time. They go straight to it. Joe's right. Lots of variety from Van within their fairly pragmatic game plan. And they've, got themselves another cheap pen.
So he asked Batty to get out, slipped around them all. Referee saying, I told you twice to get out, you didn't. Obviously, mauls are subjective, we can say. Batty very much under the opinion that he didn't give a penalty away.
Yeah, and it is noticeable. Not sure. Yeah, changed his bind. To grab the ball, he had to have released his bind, so that's a pretty silly move.
That looks like Batty had a bad moment there. Poor decision.
Will we see another maul? It's to the middle pod, Gorison. And they've got the wedge going before Oyo can get set. A little bit of momentum.
The back lift has been broken off, though.
Yeah.
It's not a great maul. I think this might...
No.
Unless they break off now.
They've got the extra bodies in there, so they're committed to it. Beziat peels. And the great thing about a maul is there's always space elsewhere. Can Van exploit it? Going direct again.
Ooh, that is
harsh. Oh dear.
Was he saying Ruru on the floor was not letting the...
yeah, it's Ruru, yeah.
No, I think Ruru, he said he wouldn't let him play the ball, but honestly, I think the Van player made an error there. Maybe Ruru on the floor was doing something, but my first impression was the Van error was a Van error as opposed to Oyonnax doing something illegal. We'll see, I'm sure now.
Cassien with the shot. Ruru's over it.
Does he go back for a second dig there?
Second dig and pulled it out the ruck.
It came out so violently, I thought it was one of the support players' feet hitting the ball. Interesting. I feel like I've got to be silenced here. Some bad body language on those Oyo players now. 14 points. Still 2 scores, guys. They've got to keep it up.
Yeah, but in the space of a couple of minutes, having a line out on the opposition line and then conceding 3 more.
Yeah, it's pretty heartbreaking. Yeah, the lack of energy in that line. This is their leaders need to step up.
Well, one of their leaders is Jonathan Ruru, who's off the field for the next 8.5 minutes. A lot of responsibility on Zach Holmes. I didn't see a replacement coming on, so I think they're just going to work through it for the time being.
Merci.
Of course, you can have interchanges at the minute, so they could. Oh, there you go. No. Oh no, it's.
They got someone happy to play 9. The
Yeah.
issue comes with kicking. Zach Holmes is happy to be kicking as well.
Crossfield high ball. Looking for Kadiri. He gets the tap down. The 50-50s have fallen for Van. Say again, mate. Stark hot steps his way past 3. Johnny May style. 30 metres sideways, 5 metres forward.
Just happy to get to half time.
They are more than happy.
Bit of
Tough
booing
first
there.
half for Oyo. Solid without being amazing from Van. A little bit nervy, few errors, but 21 points to 7 to the good.
Pour moi, à partir du moment où il y a une sortie de camp avec plusieurs joueurs l'un derrière l'autre.
What's the chat there, Joe?
So, I think he's talking about something to do with the ruck and counter-rucking. So Ruby's trying to just confirm with the referee that some of the pressure he's getting around the ruck time and his kicking game is going to be. He's basically trying to manage the referee and trying to alert him to something that's happening he thinks is illegal. So he's talking about we've got to secure better our first ruck. This first 10 minutes we've got to massacre them in the second half. Second half, let's put more pressure on their kickers. Those 7 minutes they got a yellow card, we really got to go for them in this next half. Yeah, massacres and pressure, that's the way forward. Must be difficult first half for you. You're really committed in that first half, but look at the scoreline. Yeah, so we managed to get in the half. We scored the first time, but then after that we struggled. Yeah, we've got to try and improve what we do when we have those chances in the second half. So Anthony, you're 14 points in front. Bit of weakness at the start. What are you going to say when you get back in that change room? So the positive is we scored 21 points. They got a carton or a yellow card. So this next 40 minutes we're not going to leave and let go. We're not going to give up anything. Hey, voila, thank you.
There we are, half-time, 21-7. And just a reminder, if you value the fact there's free rugby on a Thursday night, it's also on a Friday night as well, by the way. And the final of the Pro D2 is in Toulouse next weekend. That will be live here on FR
That's
UK
a lot
as
of
well.
great rugby.
That's a lot
of great rugby for free.
It's been a whole season of great rugby for free. If you appreciate that, then subscribe to the channel. Give the video a thumbs up. And French rugby is where it's at. I've noticed, Joe, like obviously we're gonna fly the flag for how good French rugby is, but it feels like this wherever you look, elsewhere on YouTube, journalists, it feels like that is the narrative, that just people asking why, how, and to what extent has French rugby got as good as it is. You're a man who's been a coach there for the last decade, so spill the beans. Well, actually, firstly, before we get there, Joe, tell us about last weekend, the private jet to Bilbao, the experiencing it with your old Bordeaux colleagues and friends.
Yeah, it was amazing. I had root canal surgery on Monday, and because my tooth was bad. But apart from that, it was amazing. It was great. I saw some old friends from Bordeaux. Got to watch an incredible first half, which I know you could say the last 2 tries Bordeaux scored were a little bit lucky, and that killed the game in some ways. But with 60% possession for Leinster, 6% territory, it just shows you that game they've got about those transitions and how deadly it is, but it's also how much fun it is to watch. Jalibert, Luku were just massive as well. I've got to say, those 2 halfbacks, some of the kicks Luku put in and Jalibert put in were staggering. They kicked far more than Leinster. We talk about Leinster being pragmatic, kicking the ball a lot, defending, but honestly, they held onto the ball in that first half, scored 1 try at the start, and after that, Uberby defended well, absorbed the pressure, and Leinster just couldn't score enough points. That's their issue. They just can't score enough points to get anywhere near a team like Bordeaux, even if Bordeaux didn't get those 2 luckiest tries they had at the end of the first half.
That is 6 winners of the Champions Cup in a row that are top 14 clubs. 4 out of the last 6 Challenge Cup winners have been top 14 clubs as well. It is a vice-like grip that they've got on the absolute top end of club rugby. So how far ahead are they, and how easy will it be to, or not, to close that gap?
Yeah, this is a fascinating question. For the English, for us, the English, we can talk about our club game and the need to improve the competition, put in place things that are going to make it a great commercial product that's going to start to create revenue, going to create budgets that teams can start to recruit more players, recruit better coaches, recruit everything they need, recruit away or invest in a youth development program. The youth development programs in France are far ahead of what you have in the UK because of the amount of resources they can put into it. Players can be developed up to 21, 22 with the same club, same coaches, playing with the same team week in, week out. It's just not the same in the UK. There's various differences that revenue they're now getting in France is making to their rugby. Obviously, you can pay for good players, but there's all this other stuff happening behind the scenes, which is really pushing their rugby forward. Listen, it's not all paradise. There's certain things that aren't right, but having 50-plus professional clubs, a depth of professional rugby that's huge, is just creating a momentum that's accelerating them away from the other teams.
Do you know, as well as that debate about how do English, South African, Irish, Scottish, whatever clubs close the gap, the other thing I think doesn't get talked about enough that's worth reiterating is just how massive those 50 professional clubs, plus clubs and growing, in France are for the emerging nations. Like, where would Georgia, Portugal, Spain, Uruguay, Chile, where would they be without the Samoa, Tonga, Fiji? All of these, like, French rugby is doing such a massive service to tier 2 rugby, and at a time when those countries have been shut out of, the tier 1 fixtures. I just think that's worth saying.
Yeah, definitely. The players are far better developed, with a far better professional understanding from being in the environments they've been in. Listen, not all environments, like 3rd division professional teams in France, sometimes it wouldn't be quite as professional as we in the UK would expect, but in some ways they get very well coached, in other ways they're not quite up to scratch. But listen, the alternative is a player playing in his home country in a quality of competition that's really poor and just not developing him. Instead, these players are getting exposed to a high level of competition week in, week out. It is good. Right. But above all else, the French, it's just the rules they put in place 10, 15 years ago, financial, French qualified players, salary caps, are just paying dividends. I must say, we have to congratulate people like Laurent Marty, the president of Bordeaux, a businessman with a vision who's passionate about rugby and understands rugby inside and out. He's just created a monster from something that was smaller than it's like Colomiers or something like that, but part of a big city. So it's hard to explain a team that's exactly like that. But maybe Van in the future, a team that comes up has got an industrial, rich surroundings where companies are prepared to get involved. Laurent Marty saw the opportunity, a sleeping giant in an area that loves rugby, and in 20 years he's just built a monster.
Yeah. It is amazing. I'm going to ask you that question, right? We're probably not going to get this until November, when we actually get an answer to this. But you watched Luku last week. You've talked about how good he is. He's an absolute god in Bordeaux right now. And it was back in the Basque Country where he's from. Luku or Dupont, if there was a World Cup final this weekend and you were selecting a French team.
Oh, geez. I think it's just it's such a tough call. Just the way Luku's playing at the moment is amazing. I know Dupont's not at the top of his game, but Dupont's just incredible. Some of the games we've seen him play in the European Cup that time, we've talked about it before. He's just amazing. I've said Luku before because I'm a Bordeaux fan. I'm a fan of Luku. Competitor, love the guy, but it's amazing. I still love the fact that him and other players are out. They're allowed out till Tuesday, to Mardi, just to run out on the smash.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that. So they've had 3 days getting on it.
Yeah. I mean, Yannick Brew, one of the main things he brought back in is just the spirit kind of the team had. When we rose up, it was quite easy to get this amazing spirit in the team. And then the club got richer and signed more good players. Maybe you could say, yeah, it didn't quite have the same spirit for a while because of things we did. But Oyonnax come in and he's created a club where guys will fight for each other to the bitter end, and then they enjoy time together as well, which is a massive part of it. For the last couple of days, they've been out in Bordeaux, and I don't think they paid for a thing.
Well, according to Ken in the chat, he says 4 years ago in Marseille, the refs apparently got so smashed on the Saturday after the game that one of them missed the flight on Sunday.
Even the referees are joining in.
Oh, and now there's a little debate in the chat about which referee that is. I'm not gonna libel myself by speculating, but anyway, so they've had a good time, but that's not going to help them in their hunt for a playoff spot this weekend, is it?
No. So to follow up a game like that against Toulon away next week is going to be a tough one. The way the league is, Racing are playing Clermont this weekend. I think Clermont will win. I think Clermont are going to go above Bordeaux, but I think Bordeaux will be playing Clermont at home at the end of the season. But if Bordeaux win that, they'll go through for sure. So I think they'll target that last game at home, and it'll all be on that. Then they'll have to go away for 2 games in effect. But the semis are kind of in a neutral venue anyway, so they're going to have to go away from home to win a barrage. Then they're into the semis, and anything can happen. The only issue is they've got to back up game after game after game. I think they'll rest everyone this weekend, freshen them up, and go hard against Clermont, and then onwards from there.
Now Ken said who the ref was. I don't mind saying it because I know him. And Ian Tempest was the referee who got so smashed he missed his plane 4 years ago in Marseille. Tempo just up the road from where I am now. But more pressing matters. This is what's coming your way on FR UK. The playoffs continue tomorrow night. I should say Colomiers against Provence, not Oyonnax against Valence. That doesn't matter. Tamana Harrison is heading to the suburbs of Toulouse with one mission on his mind: to take his team to the top 14 final in Toulouse. And as well as the the Pro D2 final, as well as the Pro D2 final, we have the top 14 final here on FR UK. Absolutely buzzing about this. Also on Premier Sport, who have got all of the top 14 rugby all season, but it will be free and live here, which is awesome and got to be worth hitting that little subscribe button, the notification bell, so that when we do go live with the top 14 final, you can let us know. The other game, we just saw a quick snapshot of Dan Robson and Billy Vunipola in that little promo for the top 14 final, and that is because those two teams are second and third in Pro D2, Montpellier and Pau, and they meet this weekend. Big game.
Yeah. I think Montpellier, they were well. They're guaranteed a semi, so I think they're going to go at home. Listen, they've been so good. The way Pau got a very good pressure game as well. It's just they're playing against a team that does that well, and are far more physical than Pau. Pau just haven't got maybe quite as much budget and not quite as much power. What Pau do have is some players who can score amazing tries, and their pressure game again is good. So whilst I think the game will be a contest, again, Montpellier will win, and I think they'll win probably well enough to guarantee their position, and then they can rest everyone for that last game of the season, and then then again they'll have a week off after they could finish in second. And do they want 2 weeks off before the semi-final? Some big decisions to make, but they'll have good problems. Then you've got Pau, who'll be one of the top seeds, home barrage, so they get a home game against Bordeaux or probably Clermont. So then you've ended up with the situation, Stade Français, the other team would probably be playing at home in those barrages. It's a fascinating to into the season. I can't wait. It's really hard to call who's going to make that final.
Yeah. There's a battle on for the playoffs at the minute. There's a battle on this evening in our live game. The teams are about to come out onto the field at the Stade de la Rabine with the home team Van. The pipers have been going. The flags have been waving. The crowd have been absolutely wild. The players in the dressing room there. I don't know if we can get the sounds from that. Super Dougie.
Yeah, they're in. They've talked about playing 30 games to get to where they are now. Every game they've done, every game they won, they've got to put it into this, play to get everything up. Especially in the second half, let's go for it. Guys on getting the guys whipped up there.
What were the words they said before half-time? It was massacre. Did they use the word massacre?
Yeah, we want to massacre them and pressure the kickers more.
Is that your old mate Jeremy Davidson there?
That is Big Jezer. And then
Don't miss that chin.
The Benitez with his amazing peroxide perm, the reserve Lucet. Sure we'll get on at some point soon.
And a long walk through the tunnel behind Gorison into the arena.
Yeah, Gorison's got a thick accent, man. It's strong.
Argentine, yeah.
Really strong. Is he still playing for Argentina?
No, I think his last game was
it's a while back.
about 4 years ago.
Yeah, a while since he's been involved.
It's talismanic for Van, that's for sure.
Yeah. I mean, he's kind of slowly taken over from Joe Edwards, as we see there as a replacement today. Been a leader there for many years.
Joe Edwards, one of the guys that can come off the bench. They have got some good players on the bench. You've already mentioned the Scottish international, Dave Cherry. Joe Edwards, leader for them. Francis Saili. What a career he's had.
Exactly. And these people who can talk and keep the team in the right place, keep them motivated. I talked the last half we watched, I talked about breathing, what happened to us. Leaders can make a massive difference at that point. Like Courts, for example, if he'd been able to speak in French and understand what's going on around him, I'm sure someone like him would have had far more of an effect than he could do during that period that players started to lose their heads. I mean, it's not just when those moments happen during the game, it's during the whole season. Leaders are there building up mental strength around them, building up the players around them, understanding who, when the pressure comes on, can crack. Already been in their ear, comforting them, getting them ready for that second half. Yeah, leaders are key, massive. Again, one of the reasons Luku is such a god. What's that guy come as? I can't believe he's not been there, Tim.
I know. I don't know whether that was like a van-coloured Klingon that we were supposed to be seeing. He looked like he had a bit of a Martin Johnson forehead.
I think like Mike Tyson or Martin Johnson. What's it called again? Ferengi. That was one of Martin Johnson's nicknames.
The Pipers are fired up again.
I'm going to bike ride with Martin Johnson soon. I'll talk to you about that in a minute.
Oh yeah, let us know about that in a sec. As we get underway in the second half, 40 minutes left for one of these teams this season. For one of them to lose and the Pro de la final waits. And for the next 6.5 minutes, and they have made a change, it looks like. Yeah. Vasil Lobanidze, the Georgian scrum half, has come on for Oyo, but they're going to be without their scrum half, Jonathan Ruru, as his brother feeds Maxime Lafarge. Pierre Boudahon, one of the try scorers in that first half for Van.
Again, as soon as a slow ball, bam, they go to this option.
You do feel like a 3-score game with this Van structured D might be a tough ask. So
they've called a snap move.
Ben McGow gets his foot to the ball and manages to collect it. Disorganised defence. Beziat, try scorer of that first try for Van, and there's space on the left-hand touchline. It's going to be a score.
Game
wow,
over.
rode his luck. It's going to be checked by the referee, but Simon Ogri was lurking in the wide channel.
Yeah, you saw from that first kick there was a lot of space in that defensive line from Oyonnax that ran up. I think, obviously, they replaced somebody with a 9, and they had 2 in the backfield plus the 9, which means you're one less player on that chase line, spaced the attack on, slowed it down, but then they overcommitted to the backfield, expecting Van to kick. And Van played quickly to the space, leading to this try. But let's have a look now at whether that actually was a score or not. Here we go. Oh no, he's had a shocker. How did he not score that?
I'm impressed if the referee spotted that on the field.
Yeah, if he spotted that live, I'm impressed too. Although the other players do see it quite clearly. Oh, man, he needs to get on the leg weights. He's just falling over before he got to the line.
Pas essai, en avant dans le champ de jeu, mêlé à 5 ici pour les Bleus. Pour les Blancs, pardon. Il y a cette relation de Oui, le joueur perd le contrôle du ballon et le ballon roule au sol.
Wow.
Gavin Stark, who was on the floor and out of position when that kick went over into his corner, he's leaving the field as well.
Yeah, at what point was he injured?
Mais vous connaissez très bien le protocole, ça me plaît.
I think it's when he was trying to turn with the kick.
Ok, pardon, j'avais pas vu.
Oh, there.
Ok.
As Ben McGowl managed to beat him to the ball.
Le remplacement a été fait.
Ben McGow's got some real agility in him.
He's only 22.
La marque est ici, en avant bleu, mais les blanches.
He's done something nasty. Game over for him.
Ooh, friendly fire.
Reprise du temps. Flexion.
Yeah, when you're not expecting it, those knocks to the head are not good.
Uzair Kassiem feeds Lobanidze
Oh, how do you get that away?
under massive pressure.
That pressure we heard them talking about at half-time is really coming on thick, isn't it? It's literally this suffocating game plan they got. Is all-consuming. They gave away a few penalties. They ballsed up several scores, including that last one we saw.
It sounds like a silly question, Joe. You're a defence coach. It sounds like swarming a team, being all over them is obviously the way to go. What are the downsides of doing that?
It's when you play a team like Bordeaux who can play quickly and score points, you're going to struggle to score. When you play a team like Montpellier, who do that sort of game better than you, then like when you play South Africa, like England plays South Africa, it's going to be a long day. You need to. That's why all court teams are teams that tend to be more successful, especially these days where you need to be able to score. But on the flip side, last year I think Van learnt that they went into the start of the season trying to play too much rugby, and sensibly they reined in their ambitions to a level where they could execute their suffocating game plan, not expose themselves, not concede too many points, yet score enough to have a chance of winning games. And they found their happy place, their happy medium. And then
Joe, I've got to interrupt you for a second.
Build up from there.
I have to interrupt. There's a piper playing AC/DC. This is amazing. I'm pretty sure he was playing. I thought he was playing Thunder by AC/DC. Was I the only one that heard that?
It's another reason to go to Van.
Another reason to love Pro de Deux. It's a fair comment in the chat. Seanock, Van have let 20 points slip with errors. It's not really an exaggeration. Oh, there might have been some points going in the other direction.
I can't believe he won that ball. That was incredible. If he'd not taken off, if he'd taken off a step later, he might have been penalised there or something worse happened because Boutier was well in the air. But 22 got off the ground and somehow smashing horizontally into him down onto that ball. That is a contest, an aerial contest. Again, this is what Oyonnax need, that and then get that pass away. A few offloads later scored. That's the only hope they got of being in this game.
Donc, vous allez arrêter ce jeu-là, sinon ça, je vais passer à autre chose. Donc à gauche de la marque et vous ne
The
bougez plus.
silhouette on Batty there, jeez. On the sideline, it's incredible. The Batty, sorry. Yeah, Le Breton normally, when we talk about games with Oyonnax, we talk about Le Breton stealing, we talk about Le Breton being a nightmare at the ruck. Have we said his name once tonight? Nah, we haven't said his name once tonight because of the kind of team he's playing against, who just don't expose themselves and don't give those kind of opportunities up. It's a good example of the Van style.
And they're going wide, well away from Le Breton. There is that little bit of extra space on for the next couple of minutes. And with Oyo dropping men back, and Kadiri, as Joe Worsley said earlier, he is an absolute thoroughbred of an athlete. Raw pace in attack, but clearly been caught out a couple of times in defence.
Yeah, it's these errors which really... I mean, listen, some people don't like almost an English style attitude that Van have brought to this, or Irish style, you could say, kind of pragmatic, suffocating style, but listen, it works really well, but you still got to have players that can execute it. You've got to have players that are capable of not making the kind of mistakes you just saw from Oyonnax. This ridiculously consistent chasing balls, ridiculously consistent kicking balls, how they field their catches, the decision making around it. There's a lot that goes into playing like Van are playing. A lot of good coaching goes into that.
Arrêt du temps. 1 et 3, vous êtes remplacés.
So a quick replacement.
Mako Vivas and Christopher Valtoa. Their job is done, so we're going to get a first look this evening. Ali Oz, number 23. And Antoine Abraham.
Sébastien, on va faire une reprise à flexion. C'est bon pour vous? Allez, la marque est là.
Mako's still there with his giant shorts. They're the sort of shorts Mako Vunipola's wearing, like the pictures you watch of the first games of rugby back in the 1800s.
Yeah. Covering virtually all skin on the body.
Flexion. Lié.
What difference can the replacement props make? Scrum penalty first up. Looked like it was on the far side.
Let's have a closer look maybe. They got a camera angle, but again, tough one to read. We talked about scrum ranges before. The referees and touch judges are given a number of things to look for. The touch judge on that far side be focusing on the loose head and tight head. His side, looking at their binding positions, where their arms are, who falls first, the angle of their body. These are all indicators that can give up cheating at scrum time. But again, it's not always obvious.
It's like Enzo Rebier might be getting ready to come on as well. But it's the Oyo pack. Need some 50-50s to start going their way, Oyo. Kadiri didn't manage to get to that.
Man, they were so narrow there, Oyonnax. If they'd actually played in that first one. But again, it's just not in their DNA. Not at all.
I guess this is the cat and mouse. If you know the opposition aren't likely to run wide, stay narrow. But that does present the opportunity if Van want to take it.
Yeah, they've taken it one time, Van. During the yellow card, which now will end. Oyonnax were caught really short, putting too many guys in the backfield, anticipating the Van would only ever kick. So they have shown they can do it once, but that was maybe one time they missed the oppo.
Are Oyo doing the right thing, playing this kicking territory game, or at what point do they need to let the shackles off?
Yeah, the problem is Van do it so well, this is now risky, because they're so narrow on the chase. If Van do it well, you've got to launch counter-attack off really slow crap ball, and then you're in your own half, and it's dangerous as hell.
And then out to pin, and they've got the better of most of these kicking exchanges. A couple of absolute peachy 50-22s as well, one of them from that guy.
Yeah, that was a great kick from Oyo there.
Anthony Boutier.
If you can catch this on the full now, let it bounce. Again, do not let it bounce there.
Swarm of defensive line coming at him, and it's forced a poor kick. Attacking opportunity is there. The defence is not organised. Can they find the space? Maxime Lafarge stopped dead. You can't really fault the defensive effort for the most part. Ooh. Ben McGarl with a foot in touch. He has got something about him, that guy, hasn't he?
He has, but there I felt like it's a mistake from him. He got a foot in touch. There was no threat. I think that first step he got
when
he
caught it.
The first
when he actually caught the ball, yeah.
A little bit of a surprise. Very much so. Right, back to evens. Again, they're only 14 points behind. 14 points behind. If they can get some sort of shock those 20-odd points that Van left on the table will come back to bite them. Don't see it happening. No, Oyonnax have not looked threatening at all. That's a big old injury list, isn't it?
Yeah.
Some good players on that list.
And not the deepest of squads. Well, they've spent a few quid on this, on assembling this lot, haven't they?
Yeah, they're one of the bigger budget teams. Oyonnax is a industrial valley, industrial town, a lot of companies in it who support their local rugby team.
Dans ce cas-là, je vous rendrai le ballon. Mais pour l'instant, on reste sur la décision de terrain. D'accord. Tout à l'heure, il avait laissé là, écoutez, il a peut-être eu un ralenti, mais pour lui,
Touch judge is getting some boos from the crowd. Referees telling the Oyonnax players and Van players are going to stay on the same decision.
Jolly in the chat. I love an impartial French crowd. So true. That passion is part of what makes it so great over the channel. Part of the reason we wanted to make sure you could see this for free across the UK and Ireland on FR UK. As Jonathan Ruru back on the field following his yellow card.
Excellent. You hear him shouting, what a kick. That was excellent.
Will he go quickly? Yeah. Bro.
Oof, that could be a kick.
There is an attack opportunity. Are they going to take it now? Boutier running back. Wins the gain line. Defence still trying to set from Oyo. There's momentum from Van if they can play the ball quickly. They can look to the space. Marco Vinapola challenges the gain line again. Penalty advantage, Ali Oz.
That was on our back there.
Could have done with just staying on the deck for half a second longer.
Yeah, he should have stayed out of that one. Yes, Oyo just don't have that kind of X-factor player who can win those aerial battles and go forward. Or you said if they do play off that slow ball they get from these box kicks, you've got to have someone who can break through brick walls. They just don't have that player who can do that. That's the only way you're going to have the ability to deal with his van pressure and then throw it back at them. It's through somebody who can win aerial battles, somebody who can counter-attack if they kick too long, somebody who can, off that slow ball, give the team go forward, or a number of players like that, normally unnecessary, in a squad to be able to deal with a team like Van. And Oyonnax just don't have those kind of players in their squad.
I think we're about to see Van's bomb squad appear. Look like a bunch of their replacements were stripped off, ready to come on.
Yes, this takes them out to 3 scores. Inject some energy into it. Edwards. Wawa de Benitez with his peroxide perm going to come on and start, I'm sure. Lifting the intensity even more. I feel like I've got to be quiet despite not being there.
Well, Maxime Lafarge and his perm nails a 5th kick and takes Van out to a 3-score lead, 24-7. And yeah, here come the reinforcements for the home team. And as we mentioned, they have got some big names on their bench. Big men on their bench. He's one of them, Joe Edwards. They love him here. Dave Cherry as well, the Scot.
Yeah, what kind of game time has Dave Cherry had up to now?
Well, he was never present early in the season. Then he
picked up that knock.
Picked up a knock. Hasn't played a huge amount in the latter end of the season.
He's back for money time. It's big news for Van.
Which team that is still in the competition, when you look at Colomiers, Provence, is best equipped to take Van on?
Provence, hands down. Provence have got some powerful players. They've got people like Bituyana who can create that magic you need to beat that man, to give you that offload, to give you that go forward. Colomiers have got Timu who can do that. who can do similar things, but Provence have probably got more power and would be more able to deal with this suffocating game that Van put on you.
One brother trying to charge down another, but the kicking from Van has been on the money. Although, I mean, Justin Barrault, he did well. I think maybe he learned from previous ones where he kept a foot on the deck and got absolutely walloped, got himself in the air.
Yeah, you see his borderline timing a few times in this game. That's obviously something they practice and train a lot. It's chasing it and getting the timing right. But they've got it wrong a couple of times today, leads to penalties like that.
And I think we can say with some level of confidence the next score has to be Oyo's.
Definitely, but still the body language is not looking... Honestly, they look beaten. You can just tell, look at them walking now. If they do get a score on the board, maybe it will raise that hope, relight some hope in their hearts that they can get through and win this game.
That was... let's give them the benefit of the doubt and say that was straight off the training ground.
That looked pretty sus as well. Oh, penalty maybe.
The ball is slow, the defence is waiting. And Ruru has spilled. That's one of the only times Kevin Le Breton's had his hands on the ball this evening.
Yeah, passed it by his opposition during a knock-on advantage. Honestly, him as a player is normally so involved, so many actions in a game. But this is the kind of game where he's not had any opportunities. Can you remember one jackal from him? Not one.
Nope.
In 55 minutes.
It was an outrageous little lift from Ruru. I thought he'd knocked it on.
Yeah, you see the 18 there. So, ruck defence. You got your first and second defender. They both actually slid off. One of them, the number one following Ruru, leaving that space near the ruck. A good forward defending on the other side comes under the ruck and fills that space habitually. And then you got it covered like they did there.
Timothy Mizzou, the man in question, he bailed his teammate out.
Flexion. Lié. Jeu.
Rock solid scrum. That's not moving anywhere. Boutier. The kicking's been great this evening. And how good.
Like a range of kicking he's produced today has been phenomenal. Did so well Montpellier, did so well France.
Yeah, great signing for Van. Montpellier last season. It's just classy.
In Div 2 rugby, it's ridiculous, isn't it, the squad they got?
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, we're probably into double figures on full internationals in the Van 23 today, which is just nuts. That's Pro de Dirt. And there's one of them, Dave Cherry. Head down, first carry. That was not a great pass from Gorisod. Banana to his teammate. Makes up for it by carrying the next phase.
Oh, nice.
And Van don't need to take any risks. They can just chew the clock up.
No.
Well, thought that might have been spilled forward. Mako, he has got lovely hands. Leicester can make use of that next year as well as all the rest of his game. Ruru spotted some space. And you can hear Land of My Fathers. That is a Celtic song.
Oh.
And the Celts inhabited very much this part of France as well. So there is a French version of Land of My Fathers, the exact same tune. It's quite something, actually. You can hear the crowd singing it. It's amazing. I'm just going to be quiet, actually, let you hear it. Oh, some goosebumps listening to that.
That is awesome, isn't it?
Amazing.
That is a cracking, well, I say version, probably an original.
I don't know which is the
No, no, my
original.
father's.
I'm just gonna say they're both amazing and sit on the fence.
Let's go.
I like Gorazon's little header. He tries to head it.
Yeah, it was. It was yeah, it was, wasn't it? It's the Argentine in him, football in his heart.
Mako in his oversized kit.
Yeah. And it's just waves of pressure now from Van, isn't it? You feel like Oyo could break at any moment. Ben Magal feeds inside, and the Oyo defence
Avantage, plaqueur.
trying to get an organised penalty advantage is coming their way. I mean, 3 points doesn't actually change the picture from where we are, so Van might be worth just rolling the dice on this one. Pierre Boudon, he's got one try already.
Et en avant là. Venir là-bas.
How did Boudouin lose that? Did he get injured as he was swung around? Strange letting the ball go like that.
C'est tenté. Hugo, tu préviens les staffs. Après ça, on fera un water break.
So nearly at 60 minutes after this, there's going to be a water break. Does he catch his head there?
1 point here from Adam in the chat. Is there a growing case that in France, the team that gets promoted struggles and finishes rock bottom, not having the finances or players to compete? Well, it's certainly true of
Certainly
true of Montauban.
It's a massive talking point. Listen, Montauban's an exception. They did incredibly well to get promoted, but their budget was, I think, 9th in the Pro D2. The teams that are ready to come up are Van, Oyonnax, Brive, Provence. Those are 4 teams that are financially strong enough to come up and have squads that are deep enough and ready to battle to stay in the top 14. Then that few years after that, because remember, you can only recruit, you get promoted, you can only recruit players when you know you're promoted. You can do certain players before, but then you're committing to a wage bill that's going to be huge. It's a really tough situation as you get promoted.
Well, on that conversation about promotion, obviously one team is going to make it through at the minute with 20 minutes to go. It looks like it could well be Van. 27-7 up. This is the first of 2 live games we've got coming your way. Tomorrow it's Colomiers against Provence. And then, of course, the final of Pro D2 is next weekend from Toulouse. And we are absolutely buzzing to let you know once again that the top 14 final, as well as being on Premier Sport, well, we will be on Premier Sport because it's going to be we will not only be live on Premier Sport, but we will also be live here on FR UK with the showpiece event of French domestic rugby, the top 14 final, live from the Stade de France with 2 of those great top 14 sides.
Can you believe it? You've got to be watching that one, guys.
Joe,
I'm still
who do you think it's going to be?
this.
Who do you think it's going to be in that final?
I think Toulouse
On the 22nd
Montpellier.
of June.
I think Toulouse and Montpellier will be that final. I'm just putting it out there now, Montpellier will win.
Wow, big stake. Yeah, they've got some power.
Just chucking it out there as an idea. I've
We
really
are-
enjoyed watching them this year. Been really impressed.
We're buzzing, as you can imagine.
I honestly, I can't wait to see these playoffs. I'm not sure who's going to get through. I'm just sad about Bordeaux. I want Bordeaux to get that Brennus. But for them to do that, it will be an epic journey an epic journey for them to go anywhere near winning that Brenner. It'd be incredible.
Non, parce que s'il est dans ce cas-là, ça veut dire qu'il a déblayé et qu'il est tombé. Donc ça
Francis
reste.
Saley, on he comes.
Ouais, il y a encore de l'eau.
Wawa's on the pitch now as well.
Capitaine bleu.
Another.
Blanc, c'est bon aussi.
Another.
Allez, plus du temps, quand vous voulez, Blanc.
4 banging players on the pitch for Van. Strength and depth.
And they've been too strong. Just to remind you of how the regular season finished, Van with 116 points, 21 clear of Colomiers in second, and a full 30 points clear of the opponents tonight, Oyo. 100% record here at the Stade de la Rabine. And the season is going to finish with the perfect 16.
Now, they planned about getting relegated. They planned what's going to happen. They looked at every possibility, and they come into this with an amazing squad, good coaching staff, performance team,
and they've lost guys like Celeste Reassi and still managed to. I mean, they look in some respects they look as strong as they were in the top 14. In some respects, even stronger.
Yeah, I think the game plan they settled on during the top 14 period is brilliant because they're in such a tough environment that you learn so much every week, and gradually they came to the game plan that's brought them so much success this year, and they've not deviated from it. They haven't got bored of doing the things they've been doing, and all credit to them for that. They're going to take this way of playing back into the top 14 and start the season with a team capable of winning points, which they didn't have the year before.
Joe, your point earlier about Kevin Le Breton and how little we've seen of him tonight, and he is all action every time we've had a game with Oyo in Pro de Deux. Same goes for Eddie Sawalau, who just knocked it on. We just have not seen him this evening. And now your man Wawa.
Get your bells out.
Just saying hello.
There's a little jab in the throat at first, though. That's what wound Gorison up.
Referee assistant's not bothered. That's just standard Pro de Deux. Seen off Marco Villapola. De Benedictis.
De Benedictis got really under his tight head, so the tight head got too high. As a tight head, you got to stay low, keep the loose head low, stay square. Yeah, got under him, pushed him up, job done.
One positive for Oyonnax, stolen line out. They're deep in their own territory. And as Joe's already mentioned, it could just be a fool's errand to try and roll the dice and run it from anywhere, because it's probably playing into Van's hands.
Again, I mean, Oyonnax could try little chips and different kind of kicks, but the risk factor is huge. The risk factor is huge on those kind of kicks. They can bounce your way and you get lucky and suddenly score a couple of tries, but listen, that's rare. The odds are on them coming back as a boomerang as much as they're going your way.
I mean, I'm minded to say at this point, there's nothing to be lost from getting sucker punched on the counter by trying something, because they're just not able to break this Van team down. And look at that, Joe Edwards.
Ooh, that's harsh. They actually hit the Oyonnax 9 there.
Oh, he's kicking off
as he broke through. There's a microphone right in there. Loving Canapus. I felt like the Oyonnax 9 was played by the Van player counter-rucking. Listen, they completely counteract and smashed the ruck. The 9 was in the process of picking up the ball. And he got smashed. And then next ruck, Oyonnax do the same. Maybe a bit more blatant. And you get penalised.
Pour moi, le ballon a émergé quand c'est votre neuf qui se fait attaquer. Ici, il est encore dans le ruck. C'est ça la différence.
Okay, so he said that he felt the ball come out of the ruck.
Sur le neuf.
So he was playable, but that second one, he felt the ball was still inside the ruck. And you can't hit the 9. Yeah. At least he's got an explanation in his head for that.
Vous êtes là.
There you've seen the penalty. And the bagarre. Joe Edwards getting stuck in.
Reprise du temps.
Job done
Ruru
for
has come
Michael.
off.
There'll be one Ruru in the Predator final. It's looking like it's going to be the elder. Can Van rub salt in the wound? This Mauler's got some momentum. Still going, and a penalty advantage coming as well. Go on, go to width. Maxime Lafarge.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
What a kick. Lobbed it up there.
And Paul Serrano.
Look at their body language. They know they're there now.
What a wonderful try.
He had a card as well. Did you see what he did? I'm not sure.
I didn't have a clue.
Was it a late hit, maybe? No, I think it was in
Pulled
the
them
ball.
all down there.
Yeah.
He's at the bottom. Yeah, they got a proper rumble on there. Lafarge thought about the pass. Saw it was a couple of forwards outside him.
Great nudge.
Winger on the edge, lovely. Look at the crowd.
Celebrating before it come down. Whoa.
Nudge. And the kicks have been absolutely outstanding, whether it's from the tee, out of hand, crossfield kick from Lafarge for the try, the 50-22s. They've just controlled.
That Ruru's top spin would have been a sight of Wimbledon, let alone tonight. That was an incredible kick. But Boutier's, that first kick over his shoulder, just the quality of their kicking is phenomenal. And honestly, to play the game they're playing, with 9, 10, 15, has to be a high quality. At Cast, we had incredible strength. Really long kickers at fullback, long kickers at 9, accurate kickers. A 10 who could kick intelligently. It makes such a difference to any rugby team, especially rugby team where you have a little bit less power than other teams, which Van will be in that situation next year in the top 14.
Maxime Lafarge has had a big game. He's off getting all the plaudits. And it was a nice little moment there. I don't know if you saw it, but Zach Holmes, the Oyo fly half, was leaving the field at the same time, just ran over to pat him on the back, or the tummy, I think it might have been. But bottom line, just game respects game. Oyo at this stage look like they're playing for a little bit of respect. It's been a long, grueling season. This is game number 31. 32 for Oyo.
The barrage last week.
32, yeah.
Turnover, what are we going to see here?
Oh, there's space everywhere. Look at the old defensive reorganised. They could have gone quickly. Oyo have done well. Nothing to lose now. Back yourself. Karim Kadiri, who it feels a long time ago that Oyo went ahead. 7-6.
Yeah, with a super launch play off a Malt. 7-6. What was that? Like 20 minutes gone? Nothing since then.
Now there's space. They don't need to, but they might fancy it. Ben McGall fancies it. Richard Judd is on. Ooh.
That Gorison who dropped that?
Yeah, Francisco Gorison. He hasn't stopped this evening, has he?
No, he's a dog, isn't he? But pretty poor handling there. They'd actually manufactured a 2v1 on the edge. Which again, the handling skills are not phenomenal. Yeah, they're not bad either, but
I know I'm getting ahead of myself.
Strength is not there.
Getting ahead of myself here, Joe. But if let's play this one out hypothetically. If Van were to win that, oh yeah, that was a 2-1. If Van were to return back to the top 14, what do they need to address, whether that's personnel or tactics, to survive next year?
So they're going to have to be maintaining this incredible pressure game. The more beasts and athletes they can get, bring physicality to that will be beneficial. The more kickers they got as backups for when they come into the top 14. So Ruru's out when they got somebody come in and back up thoroughly. Lafarge is injured, they got a decent backup, and again Boutier who's knocking on now. So depth will be another big subject. And obviously their attack, they're going to need to score points because teams in the top 14 will be able to handle this pressure better, and you won't have as many opportunities like we've seen tonight at 50-22s, as many knock-ons from the opposition, as many turnovers as Van have created tonight. So they're going to score relatively fewer points as a result of the pressure game, giving them opportunities. They're going to have to create a bit more. They're going to have players that can break gain line, have players that can offload, players that can score and handle better than we just saw there, for example. They get an opportunity like that in the top 14, they've got to take it. And these margins are going to be finer the higher up they go.
Oh, absolutely smoked in midfield. Jonathan Ruru playing a little bit wider now. I think he stepped out to 10. Little run and a forward roll, but the ball back with Van. They've already got some of their big names off the field. Replacements on. One man back.
Mate. Kick it out. Fair play. Staying on his feet that long.
Oh, we might have a mad final 10 minutes with Oyo just trying stuff.
That's a shame. If you got that kick away nice, that would have been an interesting run. Spitzer, the head of Van, been there for years. Done a great job with this club. He's part of the rise, almost Exeter and Baxter-esque.
I was going to use the exact same example, Joe. Took the words out of my mouth.
It's still going strong.
And actually, Joe, Dougie's just informed me in my ear that Dick and Bob on Roast Beef Rugby interviewed Miles Edwards yesterday, who had the exact same description of the Van coach as being Rob Baxter-esque.
Go Dick. Or Bob,
great minds think alike.
Yeah.
Make sure you check out the boys at Roast Beef Rugby. Do some great stuff. They love their French rugby, and much more so than I would have liked. They're out there in France all the time. I don't know how they find the time.
I don't either. Do they have jobs as well?
Well, they must do. To spend the sort of wedge they do on food at every French ground, they must have jobs. I'm guessing they're their own bosses.
We have to meet up with them.
Yeah. We saw them in the rain in...
Briefly.
In Bilbao, actually.
Was it Bilbao? Jesus.
No, San Sebastian. Oh, he bounces to the right. Ben McGow. Forwards lining up to the left. It's the backs having a crack. Try time. And a big exclamation mark on that scoreline. The skipper, Gorison, led from the front. He's been all action. He messed up the opportunity a moment ago with the 2-on-1 pass, but absolutely wrapped this one up.
Yeah, I think if I was coaching Van now, I'd be maybe slipping him off. Even if you've used all your replacements, I'd just play at 14, I think. Get him ready for the big game.
They get an extra day's rest over Colomiers and Provence. But Van are heading south. I'm sure they had the hotels just booked, but no cancellation required. They're on their way to Toulouse for the final. And they've done it emphatically as well.
6 or 7 hour drive. Maybe they'll fly down.
And the boot of Bouthier has been very influential in this one. Just the power all round.
They haven't blown the budget on fireworks like some clubs.
Well, it's those the flame machines you get at Twickenham. Like they're mad, and with the price of fuel now as well. Crazy.
Yeah, they are like flamethrowers from a movie.
Well, just enjoy this atmosphere, enjoy this crowd. It's the last time we're going to see the Van crowd until next season. What league will they be playing in? And there's a very selfish part of me that would be quite okay with them still being in Pro D2 next year. Just it means this league gets a team of this quality, but as Joe's already said, they are the most top 4 team ready of all the teams as Joe Edwards goes to work in another breakdown.
He's looking more like a loosehead prop these days, Joe is, but he's still mobile and jackling over the ball. Just a dog who can jackal and lead the team. Great guy.
It's just oppressive. The word you've used a few times, suffocating, it's
I think it's the best way of describing the Van game plan. It's so difficult to play against. The dream tickets to have a team that can suffocate but are capable of playing rugby. That is why I'm excited about Montpellier.
yeah, they've got that power game, that suffocating game, but they can go drop the hammer when that little offload and they're away, aren't they? Let's see if Van, without the pressure of the result, can do the same. This will be the time to try a couple of things. And there's Oyo players on the deck, out of it. Jonathan Ruru hasn't stopped trying. Oh, there's a man down, I think.
Yeah, I think he got hit on the head. He's trying to get up. Good call, referee. Stop the game. Take care of it. Oyo got still 18 seconds on the yellow. For dropping that ball. There's a big towel to tuck in your shorts for physio. Very different crowds as well, aren't they?
Yeah, it is. We've been saying this the last couple of weeks. It is amazing, and when you go to whether it's top 14 or Pro D2 games, the demographic of crowds in France is just that much younger. There's so much chat in England about how it needs to appeal, reach out, get the interest of younger crowds. You just got like groups of young lads, or in that case, you can always trust the French directors to find the group of young girls as well.
But the game, there's a game in Bordeaux Sunday, day after the European Cup final. A bunch of YouTubers who love rugby, organised, or influencers, got in touch with some other rugby people. Players like Bastereau, Trinduc, and some others are playing in a game. Like 40,000 people in the Matmut Stadium, Atlantic, 18 to 30 years old, most of them. I had a couple of friends who played for the English team in a match that finished 62-61. With the guy who organised it making the kick at the end to win it, which sounds a bit fixed, but kind of played out like that. Yeah, he just said that he's never played in a rugby environment like it. He said the atmosphere was incredible. So there is massive different dynamic in France around the rugby. Something we do need to get on top of back in England.
And also, I wonder if part of that is that, like, rugby is in England, a lot of it, I know the clubs do great work, but a lot of it comes through the school system. And but actually, it's not the case in France, is it? The school system doesn't do it.
The school system has very little to do with the professional rugby pathway. There are certain sporting institutes that talented sportsmen will go to in their local area. So when you get to sixth form, you might go to a sport-based school. So there is that, but most of it's done through the clubs and their academies, their under-18s into their academy system, which is 18 to 21, 22. And
just look at that image there, by the way, just to emphasise the point we were making about the crowd. Just look at that crowd there. It's yeah, you're right. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, Joe. Sorry, carry on.
No, it's just the way the players develop is a bit different. A lot of locals involved, but also the rugby, amateur rugby is played on different days. Everyone can come and watch. It's just aligned a lot better. We should have passed that.
Saley, it's got caught. The waves of pressure keep coming. Dave Cherry this time. While we're Benedictis. These guys are playing for jerseys in next week's squad. Trying to show Spitzer they deserve it. The lift, the try. Paul Serrano, try number 2 for him.
Oosh. This could have been a massacre. They talked about a massacre at half-term. I would say it's been a massacre. Remember, they left 20 points on the table as well.
Oh, thank you in the chat for the detail. Apparently, Jean-Noel Spitzer, the van coach, this is his 21st season as head coach.
21st season as head coach?
No, maybe not head coach, as a coach.
As being part of the club, as a coach.
As being part of the club as a coach.
Okay, wow.
And he started as a, and you were just talking about the work that goes on with the club system to develop players and get youngsters. He started as a community coach.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Lafarge back on. 2 more points to his tally.
Head's already thinking about next week, I think, on the sidelines.
I think Oyo, they're thinking about the beach. They're just thinking about the beach right now.
Yeah, Zach actually managed not to touch him despite. Again, the Course Landaise is Le Landes, like Dax, and part of the southwest of France. There's a competition where you got to avoid. A cow runs at you. The guy gets closest without getting hit wins. It's so popular. It's amazing. Something they get melted. But Zach there was as close as you can get without actually touching them.
Right, Joe. So this time last year, you were on the receiving end of a defeat. Sorry to keep bringing it up. With Brive for Montauban, which was a massive shock. This will be less of a shock for Oyonnax. They'll be able to look back with some pride on the season, albeit they're maybe disappointed at the scoreline tonight. But what would the custom be in France? You've just thought your season's over, whether it's last day of the regular season or in the knockouts. What are Oyo going to be up to?
Well, they can take pride from. They did have a shaky start to the year, and since Christmas they've really kicked on. Found a way of playing, which I'm sure they take confidence and take through to next season. And listen, they'll be disappointed tonight. I'm sure tonight can be relatively calm. But they'll get together tomorrow. They might have a leaving do for a few players, but they need to get together in the next few days, and they'll have a few drinks, eat together, spend time together before everyone goes on their different directions on international duty and for other clubs. Because with a rugby club, you're together for that 1 year, and then there are changes every year. That's the world of sport. But you get so close to be a successful team and to win games. You've got to get close, and you've got to be good teammates. And it's sad when you have to split up, but it happens, and it's good to spend the last few days together, sharing a bit, and maybe a confit de canard in a brasserie somewhere in Oyonnax.
Well, it's a long old journey, isn't it? From here in Van, as the fans get their phones out, just creating another scene.
For Oyonnax, I'm assuming they might hide a plane because it's such a long journey.
Yeah, and I'm sure Van will be heading to Toulouse by air. That's got to be a track as well, hasn't it?
Yeah, virtually anywhere for them is a track.
Yeah.
But 5-6 hour journey is a pain in the arse. You'd rather jump on a jet. 45 minutes, hour later, you're in Toulouse. Airport's near. The stadium, hotels right there. Easy decision to make.
We have a first semi-finalist in Predator this season. It's tabletoppers Van, who have absolutely crushed Oyo. They came in massive favourites.
I think massacred's the word they used.
Massacred's the word that they used, and they delivered on that. Very, very impressive. 5 tries to 1, 48 points to 7. And the season is done here at the Stade de la Rabine, but they will follow their boys in blue down to Toulouse next week against either Colomiers or Provence.
Yeah, the travelling fans are amazing as well. There'll be so many supporters.
Oh, look at us. Just enjoy these scenes, Joe. Look at this. And all the kids in the stand that we were just talking about are all on the pitch for the gram.
Yeah, good to see. What song's on now, Tim? Some Celtic ditty, or
I can't.
Wow, look at the people behind now. Going
I know,
nuts.
it's amazing. These scenes are unreal. And they've got to go and win next week, so the players aren't going to get carried away. But those fans are getting absolutely carried away. Why not?
Mosh pit.
This is unreal, Joe. This is special.
It is nice. It's great.
And for some of the guys, it'll be their last home game as well. So a little au revoir for Mako Vunipola, for example. That fan, understandably, wanted to get a shot with Anthony Boutier. He was excellent. And I think they want him for the man of the match chat. I think there was someone from the TV company just saying, get over here.
Glorison with mum and dad have come over from Argentina.
This is Tier 2 rugby. Big Joe Edwards.
Some youngaroos.
I haven't seen Michael with Jonathan yet. That's the little embrace I want to see. The two bros and uncles and nieces and nephews.
Here we go. Quadragi.
Karim, ce soir, est-ce qu'il y a des regrets face à cette équipe de Van qui a été au niveau attendu? Vous avez montré des belles choses quand même au cours de cette soirée, notamment en première période.
Aujourd'hui, le problème, c'est qu'on n'a pas été bon dans les secteurs où d'habitude on est bon. En l'air, ils ont été meilleurs que nous.
So we weren't very good in the sector we're normally good. In the air, they were much better than us.
Ils nous ont tout le temps mis constamment sous pression. On devait défendre dans notre camp. On n'a pas eu le ballon.
So they're always putting us under pressure, always playing in a half.
Toutes les petites fautes qu'on a faites.
Every little error we made.
Voilà.
That explains it all. I don't want to say any more.
Et voilà, c'est comme ça. On se récompense pas de la saison qu'on a faite. Parce que
so it's like that. It doesn't really reflect the season we had.
Avec un score comme ça, en fait, ça reflète pas du tout l'état d'esprit qu'on a eu toute la saison.
Yeah, the score like that doesn't give up any of our. We didn't let anything go. We tried hard.
Merci beaucoup, Karim. Merci.
I'm sorry, I don't have the words. That is a disappointing man. That is a very disappointing man.
These scenes are amazing. Very, very disappointed, Karim Kadiri. That was like refreshingly honest for some of the post-match interviews we get, Joe.
That is
you could feel the emotion.
See, yeah, it's good to see it. So many guys go into media mode, it's just diabolical.
This will be a bit different.
I suppose you've seen it, but it's full of supporters. Just love seeing that. At the end of the day, we're going to Toulouse now to play the final. It's great. So that first period, you looked a bit weak at times.
Ah ben je pensais qu'on allait faire des box kicks comme ça toute la partie, donc c'est vrai que je me suis dit, ça va
I think
être
we
long.
started
Mais
off with
après,
so
ça
much
s'est
box
décanté,
kicking.
en notre faveur, donc c'est génial.
It started
On a
falling
pu
in our
aussi,
favour, so it was great.
tuer un peu le match dès la deuxième mi-temps, donc dès le début de l'entame de la deuxième mi-temps, pardon. Et voilà, franchement,
Yeah,
c'est
from
que
the
du
start
bonheur.
of the second
On va
half.
savourer ce soir. Objectif
We
atteint,
were on
ça
it.
fait quasiment 2 mois que vous êtes focus sur ce rendez-vous, sur la demi-finale. Ça n'a pas
So
été
it's nearly
trop
2 months that you've
compliqué
been
justement
focused on
de se
this
préparer aussi
semi-final.
longtemps à l'avance à cette échéance.
How's
Vous avez
it feel
quasiment 2
preparing
mois
for such a long
sans
time
enjeu
before?
à évoluer en Pro D2. Ouais, puis il faut savoir que tous les Bretons nous en parlaient tous les jours. Donc,
So all the Bretons have been
on avait un
speaking
peu
to
l'impression.
us
On avait même
every
la
day
boulangère du
about
coin,
this game.
m'a dit si tu gagnes pas, t'as
So
pas
the
de crêpes
pressure is on us.
demain.
If you don't win this game,
Donc non,
don't come
c'est
back.
génial. Je pense qu'on a fait beaucoup d'heureux ce soir. Et,
So we made
voilà,
everybody very
vive
happy
les Bretons,
tonight.
vive la Bretagne. Et vous êtes conscient que si vous voulez des
Good for
crêpes
the
la semaine
Bretons
prochaine,
and
elle va vous en parler
go
encore, on essaie de gagner la
Brittany.
finale quand même. Ah mais oui, mais ils vont en voir comme ça jusqu'à la fin, c'est sûr. Bonne crêpe demain en tout cas, félicitations.
Yeah, they'll be at the final, I suppose. And yeah, sure, they'll be there to the end. Cool. Happy.
Oh, let's
happy
just
for them.
stay with these shots a little bit, Joe. Like what?
Yeah, it was awesome.
Like you talk about how amazing the crowd are in Perpignan. There's something pretty special bubbling in the northwest.
Yeah, a genuine love of rugby in a place that didn't have it 20 years ago. It's just wonderful to see the game getting grown like this and spreading across France. And Brittany obviously is a very populated place. It looks like they've got some pretty good players coming through. Le Garrick, people like that. So I think, yeah, it's just amazing. Part of France that didn't produce as many players. It's pretty awesome that Van have been able to create this movement, passion and genuine belonging like you see here.
And this is right in the heart of the city. The bars and the restaurants will be absolutely chocker this evening.
And remember, it's hard to get a ticket. They're probably already full.
Yeah, do you know what? Let me just, at this point, as our friends at Canal Plus just start going through the highlights of tonight's game, which was basically, in Van's own words, a massacre. Let me just remind you quickly before we go that we are back tomorrow evening with live rugby Colomiers against Provence, and that's about to
harder one to call.
Yeah.
Colomiers, that all-court game we talked about, they can score, they can create opportunities. Provence have been trying to develop a suffocating game like Van, but they haven't quite managed to get there. They begin to get there towards the end of the season. And they got a bit of that going on, and they got some X-factor players who can just go boom at any moment and score tries, play the transitions and just go to town. So yeah, it's going to be a really exciting match.
Yeah, it's going to be great. So thank you for watching. Subscribe to the channel already if you haven't. Give the video a thumbs up and make sure you subscribe. Hit the notification bell because there's lots of very cool stuff coming your way over the next couple of weeks. Colomiers Provence tomorrow night. As we mentioned, the second semi-final, who's going to be taking on Van in Toulouse? We will be here to find out live. And then exciting news, as we revealed earlier for the first time, as well as on Premier Sport, we will be bringing you the top 14 final live and free on FR UK. How cool.
So cool. So cool, Tim.
And with that great news, bonne nuit. No, that's it. Dougie.